Welcome to the Fixed Assets Enterprise video series and the solution overview video. Fixed Assets Enterprise, what we refer to as FAME, is a certified integration add-on for SAP Business One. In this video, we will review the business objectives of FAME and show you at a high level how the FAME solution addresses those objectives. There are three business objectives with FAME. 1. Extend the useful life and uptime of your fixed assets. We accomplish this by helping you track, inventory, and properly maintain your fixed assets. If we can help you keep your fixed assets in service for longer periods of time, you will significantly improve asset utilization, improve return on assets, and you will conserve needed capital. The second objective is to drive efficiency, accuracy, and control into your organization. FAME is built on over 30 years of fixed assets accounting and management experience. We understand the best practices related to fixed assets and provide those practices right inside of the solution. By using FAME, you will naturally instill those best practices into your organization and drive better bottom line performance. The third objective is to simplify traditionally complex business and accounting processes. Let's face it, some of the functions related to fixed assets are complicated. We make every effort to mask that complexity with easy and intuitive processes so that it seems simple to you, and we do it in a way that keeps you in complete control. If we can offload these complex functions from your accounting and financial staff, they will be able to spend that time on more strategic activities. Combining these activities, our clients realize improved financial performance through better use of capital, improved profits, and a more strategic use of their key people. So what exactly does FAME do? With mid-sized companies, there are dozens of possible fixed assets business functions that may need to be addressed. What we've learned over the years is that every company needs a different combination of these functions. So we engineered FAME to neatly and easily scale to meet each company's specific requirements. You can start with what you need, hide those things you do not need, and grow into the total solution as your business requirements dictate. You do not start out in a box that limits you functionally, nor do you start out being overwhelmed with complexity. As shown here, we start by delivering FAME in four major components, each wrapped around the fixed asset. Our philosophy is that the asset is at the heart of all related business functions and serves as the main integration point for all components. Each component can be turned on when needed, and within each component you can continue to turn certain functionality on or off as needed. This provides the scale you need to match functionality to your requirements both now and into the future. The accounting component is required. With FAME, accounting for fixed assets has two distinct perspectives. First is the financial side of accounting, booking the asset, taking depreciation, making changes in value, transferring the assets across divisions and departments, and finally disposing the asset, just to name the obvious. But second, and just as important, is accounting for an asset's existence and usefulness. In order to truly extend the life of an asset, our business objective number one, you must also know where it is, physical inventory and componentization, etc., who is responsible for it, custodial control, a key best practice, and how it is being utilized. The asset financing component helps manage the complex lease, rental, and loan contracts associated with acquiring fixed assets. Even for rented assets or assets on an operating lease where you do not capitalize the purchase, you still need to account for that asset in a non-financial way, taking regular physical inventories, possibly maintaining it and insuring it, and reporting it for property tax purposes. FAME makes all of these scenarios easy to manage. The equipment maintenance component helps you manage both maintenance contracts, warranties, and service contracts with your suppliers, and ongoing maintenance activities with each fixed asset. This ensures that you do not pay for maintenance on equipment that is covered by a contract, that you receive the service that you paid for under a contract, and that you always know how much a particular asset is costing to maintain. This component also helps you manage scheduled maintenance so that you can extend the life and uptime of each piece of equipment. Finally, for those companies who rent or lease equipment to their customers, the equipment lease rental component helps you manage equipment availability and the contracts, payments, returns, damages, and lost equipment charges associated with lease and rental activities. For those companies where this is a primary purpose of their business, FAME provides performance measurements by asset, class of asset, make, model of equipment, etc. If you're serious about rentals and leases, you'll want to look deeper into these videos. Taken together, these four components can provide your company with a rich 360-degree view of asset performance. You will both maximize the return on capital and reduce your costs. Let's take a quick look at SAP Business One with FAME running. First, notice that the fixed asset sits on top of the SAP main menu right under Financials. From here, you can access the accounting functions, the equipment maintenance functions, the asset financing functions, and the lease rental functions from the menu, or as we'll see in a minute, from the Asset Master form itself. Because the fixed asset is at the heart of everything, I'm showing the Asset Master data form here. I have all of the options turned on for demonstration purposes, but many of the fields and functions can be turned off until they're needed. Because creating assets, what we call acquisition management, is vital to achieving all three of our objectives, let's start there. On the right, you can see the acquisition functions from purchasing, from inventory, and from the delivery notices. Each of these has specific business purposes and are described in detail in other videos. The Select from Purchasing function incorporates standard purchases of fixed assets, including your ability to create one asset from multiple AP invoices, multiple assets from one AP invoice, and even construction or projects in process. The group code, like groups in the rest of SAP, provides control of GL accounts, but in addition, it also controls the books to be created and the rules for depreciation. The Auto Add button when checked tells FAME to create the related books when the Asset Master is added. Efficient, accurate, complete control, making this complex process quite easy. After the asset is acquired, it needs to be tracked in a number of ways, each with specific business purpose. Notice the number of informational and tracking fields on the General tab. The physical location, coupled with the physical inventory flag, manages the inventorying process. The custodian enforces the best practice of having someone in the organization be responsible for each asset. And the insurance carry and replacement cost fields help you manage property and casualty insurance schedules. For U.S. customers, the property tax location assists with managing property tax jurisdictions and schedules, a critical capability if your assets are in multiple jurisdictions. Assets can also be assigned a cost center or dimensions and a project code, and this is fully integrated if you desire with SAP Financials. We provide several options for determining how to post this information into the SAP General Ledger. Optionally, you can enable metering for each asset. If the flag is set, then you have the ability to post meter readings as they are taken. Once there is a history of readings, then you can better predict when certain types of maintenance need to be performed. Readings are also used in units of production depreciation method and in some instances as the basis for rental charges. Another option is to create component assets. You can assign an asset to a master asset or select assets to include with a master asset. Componentization is great for controlling major subcomponents of large complex equipment and for creating rental systems or kits. Also notice the additional tabs that give you immediate access to historical information. The Book Compare will take you to the book and accounting information where you find depreciation schedules. Transfers and retirements tabs give you the history of those transactions. You also have quick access buttons to create a new transfer or retirement transaction for the asset right from the master form without having to return to the main menu. Also notice the tabs for maintenance. Of course, these are only there if you're using the maintenance component, but these tabs show a history of maintenance contracts and a history of maintenance requests for each asset. Each has the SAP golden arrow to take you immediately to those documents. If an asset is leased or rented from a vendor, you can get to that contract with a click of a button. If the contract exists for the asset, it's displayed. If not, the form goes into add mode so that you can add it immediately, and the button will only be available if the asset is marked as leased or rented. Finally, if the asset is rented or leased to a customer, you have the tracking information right at your fingertips. Click on the arrow and it'll take you right to everything you need to know. There are many more details behind this overview, each of which is covered by other videos. I encourage you to look deeper, or better yet, give us a call to discuss your specific needs. If you're not already on our website, you can find us at www.b1fixedassets.com. From there, click on the Contact Us button, fill in the information, and look forward to a call from one of our seasoned fixed assets experts. Thanks for viewing this session.